Russian by Rick Bell. This is by Charles Murphy, Robert Baker, Scott Brinkley, DJ Gambridge, Jeff Gibson for Brandon Bill Hayden. And now, the starting lineup for your Upper St. Clair Panthers. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 24, Quentin Nelson. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 5, Jack Hansberry. At guard, a 6' junior, number 11, Kyle Minor. At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 3, Darius Radfall. And at center, a 6'7" senior, number 15, Gabe Boyd. The Panthers are coached by Danny Holzer. He's assisted by Brian Bennett.
Welcome to Upper St. Clair, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phil Elias. I'm joined on the camera by sophomore Tommy Howe for this 5:30 tip-off on January 21st, a sectional rivalry matchup, the second in a home series. Last night was played Upper St. Clair versus Canon-Mac. Canon-Mac won that game 37-32. And here we are less than 24 hours later for the second installment of St. Clair versus Canon-Mac. St. Clair's starting 5 for this early evening tilt is number 3, senior Darius Radfar. It's number 15, Gabe Hoyd, a centerman. He's a senior. Number 11, Kyle Minard, is a junior. Number 5, Jack Hansberry, also a junior. And number 24, Quentin Nelson. Off the tip, that's R.J. Bell, the coach's son, hits a 3 from the left side, and Canon-Mac out to a 3-point lead. In a defensive struggle last night, threes you would imagine would have even a greater impact. Radfar sets up right side, finds Minard. Canon-Mac playing a 2-3 zone. Content to let St. Clair set up in the half court and try and find an open shot. Radfar tries to pull Nelson for a screen through the paint. Can't get it to work. Finds his classmate Hansberry, back to Radfar. Radfar working right side against this 2-3 zone. Working inside to Nelson, back outside to Minor. Minor takes a long-range three, can't get it to work. Hansberry with the save. Inbounds play works for Canon-Mac, and it's 5-0 Canon-Mac. Canon-Mac hustles quickly back into their defensive zone. Into the Quentin Nelson finds Gabe Hoy underneath. Gabe goes up and he's fouled in the act. We're a minute and a half into this first quarter, and the senior Gabe Hoy will shoot 2. Carson Miller, Elliott Waller, R.J. Bell, Britton Beachy, and Kenyon Lewis are your 5 starters for the Big Macs. First one's good. Gabe hits 1 of 2. R.J. Bell, the senior, takes the rebound off, finds his point guard, Britton Beachy, at the top. Beachy back to Bell. Bell works it left side to Waller. Waller working against Hoy, can't get it to work. Kicks it back out to Bell. Kenyon Lewis tried the right side against Quentin Nelson, nothing doing. And side out of bounds. Elliott Waller inbounds the ball, finds Britton Beachy working against Darius Radfar, one-on-one. Darius with his hands straight up. Beachy gets it to fall, and it's 7-1. Beachy's had a stellar career down there in in Washington County. Very good ball player. He's got a brother coming up, is a sophomore, Ethan. So the Beachy name will be around at Canon-Mac for a few more years after this as well. Nelson was working right side. A floor foul called on number 33. Oh, I beg your pardon, they called that on 13, Lewis. It's a floor foul. And sophomore Colin McClendon trying to check in. They wave him in. Minor pops out. Somebody's got the ball's being inbounded by a scorer's table, not underneath. Hansberry to Radfar, and we're back underway. 5:30 to play in the first. Radfar working right side. Canon-Mac with a 7-1 lead, content to stay in that zone. They find a big man underneath, St. Clair does. He misses on the first one, gets his own rebound. Gabe's good, he's got all three now, it's 7-3. Lewis working left side, gets the runner to work, 9-3. Canon-Mac looking to pick up the pace here a little bit, a little more than last night. Long range three doesn't fall for Radfar. Rebound McClendon kicks it back out to the top of the key to his guard. Radfar, Darius had a notion to dribble drive the right side, pulled it out. And Upper St. Clair now will reset. The sophomore McClendon finds junior Hansberry. Hansberry inside to Nelson, quickly back outside to McClendon. Again, Canon-Mac content to sit in this 2-3 zone. McClendon, or beg your pardon, Nelson can't get the short jumper to work. Rebound Big Max. And that's a hand foul on McClendon at the top of the key. And Beachy had a step on him. Minor checks back in. Hansberry checks out. Coach Bell instructs his Big Macs to attack, and that's just what they do. They go right to the rim. That's Waller. He's good for two. 11-3. Looks like Canon-Mac wants to force his pace a little bit more than they did last night. They want to get right to the rim and then subsequently sit back here in this zone. Minor's three-point attempt falls off the front end of the iron. He can't get it to work. Canon-Mac is right back. RJ Bell scores two. 13-3, 3:46 to play, and we're going to take a quick break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 13-3 after the Upper St. Clair timeout. Canon-Mac by 10. Canon-Mac looks to be more aggressive on the offensive side tonight than they were last night. They want to get to the rim. And then again, they're going to force St. Clair to rotate the ball, try to find something inside like that. Nelson can't get it to work underneath. And back come the Big Macs. 13-3 with about 3 to play. Bell working right side against Nelson. Turnaround, can't get it to work. And on the rebound, St. Clair pulled the rebound off. And they called 11, Cal Minor for Upper St. Clair on the foul. And that means the ball will stay here with Canon-Mac. Up by 10, looking to make it 12. Kenyon Lewis working right side against Colin McClendon. Rotate the ball to RJ Bell. RJ Bell with a deep three, can't get it to work. Hansberry with the rebound. In transition, Canon-Mac gets back into their zone. Minor goes right to the rim, can't get that to fall. And here comes Canon-Mac. Beachy working in traffic. We got a little up and down action right now. Kissinger with the rebound. Kissinger, Matthew Kissinger, the junior. His junior classmate Minor. McClendon, Radfar, back to McClendon. Darius shoots a three. That is down. 13-6. Radfar gets the 3 to work. See if it's a little spark for St. Clair here. Lewis working against McClendon. Finds R.J. Bell. St. Clair, by contrast, is playing man-to-man defense. And Radfar with the rebound. Canon-Mac, short offensive possessions, getting right to the rim. And just like that, Canon-Mac cuts the lead to 4 as Minor finds the 3-point touch from the right side. It's 13-9 with 1:48 to play in the first quarter. Boy, they call Colin McClendon hand to the chest. It's going to be Colin's first foul of the game, but that's a pretty tight call. Beg your pardon, that's actually Colin's second. He's going to take a rest now. He checks out Mikey Hess, number 12. St. Clair Jr. checks in. Kissinger defends right side, body contact, no call. Either way, 15-9. That was Carson Miller for your Canon-Mac Big Macs, number 23. Puts the lead back to 6. 15-9, we got 1:20 to play in the first quarter. Kissinger, dribble drives left side, can't get it to work, turn around. Baby sky hook, he doesn't get that to fall. Beachy from the right elbow stops and drops a 2. Britton Beachy, good. 17-9, Canon-Mac, we're at 1 minute to play. Hansberry, top side, finds Radfar. Darius with the 3. Off-range 3. Rebound taken away. Beachy working against Kissinger. Quick offensive possessions for Canon-Mac. Back come your Panthers. Down by 8. Under 1 minute to play. Hansberry for a 3. That's off the back of the iron. Contested ball on the sidelines. We got bodies on the ground. A loose ball. The net result was, I believe they got Matthew Kissinger for St. Clair. And that indeed is the case. It's a floor foul. St. Clair guilty of 4 fouls this quarter. Canon-Mac 2. 17-9, Big Macs, under 30 to play. Beachy works top side. Finds Jake Davey, number 20. Back to Kenyon Lewis. Lewis back to Davey. Davey working against Radfar left side in the paint. He can't stay in there too long. That's number 10, Drew Engel for Canon-Mac. R.J. Bell left side. Nice long possession. Get it to work. At the end of 1, it is 19-9. Canon-McMillan with the lead. We'll be back in a second. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, as we start the second quarter. 19-9 Canon-Mac. My name's Phil Elias. I'm joined on the camera by sophomore Tommy Howe. And this is Canon-Mac Upper St. Clair in a sectional tilt. The big man, Gabe Hoy. Gets a 2 to drop. That is a big-time NBA range 3 from number 5, R.J. Bell. He cannot get it to fall. 19-11. USC down by 8. 7:30 to play in the second quarter. Canon-Mac, 2-3 zone. Against this Upper St. Clair Panther team. Radfar, the senior, right side against this zone. Takes a little couple of probes, try to get something to crack in this tight zone. And again, Canon-Mac just content to force Upper St. Clair to take a low probability shot. And of course, St. Clair is looking for an opening in this zone. They've had a couple chances St. Clair has underneath. They can get a couple of them to fall. And if they can get a couple, hit a couple of the shots, maybe they force them out of it. They can't stay there indefinitely. Hansberry made a move to the rim, went out without the ball, was looking for the foul call, no call. Kenyon Lewis for 3. Kenyon Lewis gets that three to fall. It's 22-11. USC by 11. Six minutes to play in the third. Radfar, his second three of the game from the same spot. 22-14. If they can hit a couple of these outside shots, they may force Canon-Mac to come out of this zone. That's number 23. Carson Miller for Big Macs checks in. R.J. Bell takes his first break of the game. 5:50 to play. Radfar picks up instructions from Coach Danny Holzer. Promptly dumps the mail to Meinert. Meinert swings around left side. Hansberry. Back to Meinert. They pulled this zone out a little bit. Those two defenders in the front of that 2-3 zone. Maybe coming out a little more aggressively here on the Panthers. It would seem maybe to shut down that three-point shot. Meinert made a move to the rim. Number 20, Jake Davey for the Canon-Mac Big Macs, guilty of the foul. Canon-Mac's third team foul. St. Clair has 4. Yeah, they seem to be out a little bit further here. Those two defenders playing a little more aggressively, getting a hand up in the face. They don't want to let those threes fly completely uncontested. Nelson left side, can't get it to fall, follows his own ball, his own shot. The ball is on the ground. And a scramble ensues. Canon-Mac comes out with the ball. And they will set up against this man defense. Number 13, Kenyon Lewis, loses his footing, goes to the floor with the ball. That's a travel. And back come your Panthers, down by 8. 4:50 to play. Radfar picks up his instructions, finds Meinert. Meinert tries to work off a pick by classmate Quentin Nelson. Hansberry, Radfar, Meinert underneath to Kissinger. Kissinger loses the handle. Radfar's three doesn't fall. Back come the Panthers. Loose ball. That was out on St. Clair, apparently, as a call. And that will stay Canon-Mac underneath in the offensive zone. 4:20 to play, 22-14. Carson Miller with a three. Nice box out. Cal Meinert gets the rebound. USC down by 8, looking for an opportunity to cut the lead. They call Quentin Nelson on the charge. Quentin will take a break. Junior Brett Moore on the floor now. Number 31, Brett Moore. Underneath to Carson Miller. Carson's good for 2. We're 24-14. Now up by 10, Canon-Mac. And Mike Hess working. Yeah, Canon-Mac seems to want to contest that three-point shot a little more. They got a hand last time down court for Upper St. Clair. Radfar had a 3 attempt, ball was deflected. Hansberry wants it inside, gets it inside, goes straight to the rim. And Jack Hansberry's a quarterback in the fall. He went to that rim right there like a fullback. 24-16. Kenyon Lewis hits his second 3. Banks it in. And the lead is back to 11 just like that. 3 minutes to play in the half. 27-16. USC down by 11. Minor inbounds the ball. Got an all-junior show going on right now. Hess, Hansberry, Kissinger, Moore, and Meinert. These guys played travel basketball. I bet you, I'm looking around, since 4th grade together. Kissinger, right side. Canon-Mac defenders everywhere. Kiss works to the right, spins to the left, finds the left side of the rim, 27-18. Nice, tenacious attempt at that rim by pride of the Sky Ridge, Matthew Kissinger. 27-18, USC by 9. About 2 to play. That's going to be a floor foul called on St. Clair. Fouls on Moore. His first. Hoy in for Moore. Miller, he's too long in that paint. They're going to call something. Beachy off the back of the iron, can't get it to fall. Kenyon Lewis went up for the rebound. I think he got a little too handsy there, and they call a foul. 27-18, 2 minutes to play in the half. Canon-Mac lead. Minor working the right side against Lewis. Finds Hansberry. We'll see what their legs are like. These kids played. They tipped off at 7:30 last night. Minor straight to the rim. Looked like he had fresh legs there. 27-20. Down to 7 now. And there you go. You go on runs with defense. And St. Clair has turned Canon-Mac over the last 2 trips down court now. Mike Hess took a charge there. 27-20. St. Clair with a chance to cut. This lead, which was 11 as we headed into the corner, is now 7. Minute 40 to play. The section matchup. Canon-Mac content to stay in that zone. It's worked for them. They've got a 7-point lead. I was saying we'll see what these kids' legs are like. They played less than 24 hours ago. I imagine both these teams, though, by this point, basically the halfway point, a little more than the halfway point through the season. Conditioning should not be a problem for either one of these teams. And it's the big boy, Hoy, 27-22. St. Clair has cut to 5. They've gone on a run with defense. 6-0 run by St. Clair. Aggressive defense. And some body contact there, nothing called. 50 seconds to play. We're under a minute, 27-22. Canon-Mac by 5. Jason Folks checks out. Elliot Waller checks in for the Big Macs. And Beachy, the senior point guard, finds RJ Bell. RJ puts up a 3. Ball never made it there. Beachy with the rebound. He sticks it in, 29-22. We are under 30 to play here. St. Clair plays for last shot. Hansberry goes to the rim. That's too easy for 2. I think Coach Bell didn't want it to be that easy. 29-24. St. Clair down by 5. Jake Davey, good for 2. So he ran baseline. 7-point lead. We got 5 to play. Someone's going to have to put this ball in the air. Minor gets the shot off. Can't get it to fall. 31-24 is our halftime score. Canon-Mac leads. See you in the second half. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. 31-24. as we get ready to start this third quarter in this section matchup. Canon-Mac with a 7-point lead. My name's Phil Elias. I am joined on the camera by sophomore Tommy Howe. And we are underway. Canon-Mac inbound the ball. They had the possession arrow was in their favor going out of the first half. So they get it coming into the second, and the arrow will now favor St. Clair. Now St. Clair was able to cut it to 7 just before the half after trailing by 11 at the end of 1. Canon-Mac with a quick 2 there, and the lead's 9. Radfar finds Hansberry left side. Left side works for Hansberry as he rattles in a 3, and the lead is now 6. St. Clair hanging around. Canon-Mac had him by 11 early. Couldn't extend. That's Britton Beachy working right side against Jack Hansberry. Very good defense. Hands straight up. He forces Beachy to travel with the ball. And a minute into the game, and St. Clair down by 6. Radfar finds Hansberry. They set up against that 2-3 zone. We've seen it all game. Inside to Hansberry. Hansberry seems like he wants the ball right now. He's got good energy on both sides of the floor, and he's cut it to 4. Radfar guilty of the foul. That's a... That foul is on the floor. 33-29, St. Clair within 4. Miller to R.J. Bell. Bell hits a 3. He's fouled shooting. He's going to shoot 3. Bell had 7 in the first half. He hit 2 long 3s. And he's going to be shooting 3 foul shots here. A lot different tonight than it was last night. A defensive struggle last night. Baskets were hard to come by. The score total for the first half of this game nearly eclipsing the total for the entire game last night. Beachy hits them all, 36-29. Canon-Mac back up by 7. Sophomore McClendon finds junior Minert. To junior Hansberry, back to Minert. Hansberry, right side to McClendon. You got the bigs, Hoy and Nelson. That's Hansberry for 3. Hansberry's hot right now on both sides of the floor, 36-32. He's got 12 on the night. And he's playing some pretty good defense. And that's an offensive foul. Minert draws the offensive foul. And gave him a little too much business. 36-32, Canon-Mac by 4. 6 to play. Kenyon Lewis has to come out. Kenyon didn't like the call. He was guilty of the foul. And St. Clair now looking to cut this thing to 2. Hansberry, McClendon against the 2-3 zone. Back to Hansberry. Hansberry had a notion, pulls it out, finds Minert. Minert finds McClendon. Hansberry playing with a lot of juice right now. Find a way to get it back to him. McClendon loses the handle. Back come the Big Macs, up by 4. Davey with a 3, comes off the front of the iron. Hoy does what Hoy does, gets the rebound. Here come your Panthers. A lot of contact as Minert uses the right side of the paint to try and get to the rim. Can't get it to fall. R.J. Bell in motion, rattles in a 3. A little more up and down right now than we've seen for most of the game. The lead is 7. R.J. Bell with a big 3. Coming out of the Minert no call. I think he could have easily called a foul there. They're going to call one here. Hansberry ended up on the surface. 39-32. Just under 5 to play. Darius Radford checks back in. Cal Minor checks out. McClendon inbounds the ball, and we're ready to go again. 39-32, Canon-Mac by 7. 4:50 to play in the third quarter of this sectional home and home matchup. These two teams very familiar with each other. Literally saw one another last night. McClendon works it inside. Hoy can't find a handle. Britton Beachy will inbound the ball. Finds his classmate Jake Davey, and back to Beachy to guard. Is Canon-Mac. Sets up attack. Ball's underneath. Miller loses the handle. A scrum ensues. Canon-Mac with the ball. One thing leads to another. Jake Davies good from the right side, and he was fouled in the process. 41-32. Davey with a chance for the old-fashioned three, and just like that, these Big Macs threaten to take the lead to double digits again. Davey completes the old-fashioned three, 42-32. Canon-Mac now by 10 points. 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Danny Holzer continues to mix-match what's on the surface here. Trying to find that right combination. Fresh legs coming off a road game. Kissinger working hard underneath. He draws the foul. It's R.J. Bell's second of the quarter and second of the game. That'll put Kissinger at the line. 42-32. But it seems like Danny Holzer, Coach Holzer, has gone to a deeper bench. He's playing 8, and he's making frequent use of the substitution roles. Kissinger hits 1 of 2, 42-33. Not sure what that was. Did he step out? What's the call there? It didn't go in. It's an inadvertent whistle there. Ball didn't go in. That was a live rebound. Canon-Mac maintains possession. Miller for 3. Can't get it to work off the back rim. Minor with a hard-fought, contested rebound. Actually, the rebound didn't count. That ball went off those straps above the basket. And that resulted in a whistle in the St. Clair possession. 42-33. St. Clair by 9. Hansberry finds the big boy Hoy inside. Baby Hook can't get it to drop. Canon-Mac with the rebound. Quickly in the offensive zone. It's number 33, Elliot Waller, tries the left hand against Kissinger. That doesn't work. Here come your Panthers, down by 9. Minor working right side against Jason Folks. Finds Hansberry, back to Hess, back to Hansberry. Hansberry with the 3. That's off the front side. Kissinger with the offensive rebound. A lot of contact in there. Net result is a Canon-Mac foul on the floor. 3 minutes to play, 42-33. Canon-Mac. Quentin Nelson checks in. Gabe Hoy checks out. Junior Mike Hess. Long inbounds pass to Jack Hansberry. Hansberry dishes it to Nelson. Nelson tries a jumper from the right elbow. It doesn't work. Beachy to Miller. Miller goes up. Miller was going to the left side of the rim, and Nelson fouled him on the way up. It's going to be a shooting foul. Those long inbound passes remind me of rec basketball. In rec basketball, you can't press until you bring the ball, until the offensive team brings the ball over the half-court stripe. So when in doubt and when in trouble, you just send a guy back into the other zone over that half-court stripe and throw it to him uncontested. 44-33, Canon-Mac by 11. That is the high water mark for Canon-Mac's lead. They were up by 11 in the second. They came out of the first leading by 11. St. Clair cut it to as little as 4. Only to see it leak back away. 44-33, 2.5 to play. Fouls are picking up this half. Well, these kids are tired, or if it's getting more physical, or games being called a little tighter, or all those factors and some others. St. Clair down by 11. Kissinger, right elbow, takes it to the left side of the paint, kicks it back out to Mike Hess. Mike Hess pumps a 3, 44-36. That thing was good the second it left his hands. It touched no rim going in, and it fell quietly. That net like the snapping of a finger as the ball goes through it. Miller left side again against Nelson, backs him down and puts it in, 46-36. St. Clair now trying to push the pace here a little bit. Nelson took it right side very quickly and was fouled going up. A couple fouls have been questioned by the partisans on either side of this gymnasium. That one may have generated the biggest hiss of the night, at least from the Canon-Mac folks. 46-36. Quentin Nelson, the junior, on the line, looking to cut the lead. First one is long. You can't make 2, make 1. Nelson's good on the second. Hoy will check in. Quentin will promptly check out, and we're 46-37. A minute 40 to play in this third quarter. Big Mac's on the attack. Davey working against Hansberry. Finds 14. Jason Folks. It's good for 2. Canon-Mac is back up by 11. Canon-Mac seems to be bringing these 2 front defenders in this zone defense out. A little more on these St. Clair shooters, trying to limit those wide open threes. Miner took a 3 from the left side. It didn't work. And Kissinger with the offensive rebound went right back up with it and was fouled in the process. This is the turning point. Every team in this section will play twice against their section rivals, once at home, once away. And as we make the turn here at the halfway house, Canon-Mac and St. Clair did a home and home. Last night was at Canon-Mac, tonight's at St. Clair, and in less than 24 hours they complete the season requirement of 1-1. Elliot Waller's good, 50-39. Canon-Mac by 11, under a minute to play. And you just see those 2 defenders out there, and they'll pop one out from low on the block if the ball's in the right or the left-hand corner. going to try and contest these three. That's number 1, sophomore Jesse Farah, who has checked in for the first time tonight. Jesse the Proud of Tall Trees. 17.8 to play. Jumper doesn't work for St. Clair. Loose ball underneath the rim results. Net result is a Canon-Mac foul. That's their 5th of the half. 17.8 to play in the third quarter. St. Clair finds itself down by 11. Minor calls Hess out, wants him out, gives him the ball. We're under 10. Hess left side finds Hansberry. Hansberry wants to go baseline. I don't think Jack liked that call. I think he wanted to, was looking for a foul call. The ball's turned over. Canon-Mac will have one last shot here. Long inbounds pass. Half-court shot. Can't get it to fall. After 3, Canon-Mac 50, St. Clair 39. Welcome back to the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Canon-Mac 50, Upper St. Clair 39 as we head into the fourth quarter, and St. Clair inbounds the ball. My name is Phil Elias. I'm joined on the camera by sophomore Tommy Howe. 11-point lead, the largest of the game by Canon-Mac. Minor 3 goes astray. Here come your Big Macs. That's their 3rd three-pointer they've hit using the banks. It was Elliott Waller. Kenyon Lewis hit 2 just like it. And leads 14. It's the biggest of the game. 53-49. Canon-Mac Hansberry has got a dozen today and has played well, I think, on both sides of the court. And he gets that 3 to fall. 53-42. Jack is good for 15. I wish I kept better records. I wish I kept any records. I'd like to see what Jack's personal best is for scoring in a game. Kissinger gets to work for 2, and just like that, St. Clair's showing a little life, and they're now going to press. 53-44, St. Clair looking for a little energy. Carson Miller, right side. Goes to the rim. It's good for 2. They call Hansberry on the block. And Miller now will go to the line looking to complete the 3-point conversion. Hansberry's hot. He's got 15. He's played good defense. He's played physical. I think he may have had 20 last year as a sophomore. He's got 15 here tonight. And we got 6:30 left to play. It's a long time setting up this this foul shot. Miller at the line, completes the 3-point conversion. 56-44. Big Macs by 12 with 6:30 to play in the game. Minor to Hansberry, Hansberry to Kissinger. Kissinger back to Hansberry. Work it down low to the big man, Gabe Hoy. They can't get that to work. Kissinger working underneath. Just trying to force a jump ball there. Might have been trying to force it a little too aggressively. He's guilty of the foul. Both teams now operate from the bonus. Any fouls that occur on the floor will result in a one-on-one opportunity. Beachy just beyond the free throw line, can't get the jumper to work. Hansberry pulls the rebound off. Fends off a pesky Canon-Mac defender. against the zone. A little breakdown on the right side of that block in that zone. Kissinger finds it, 56-46. Canon-Mac by 10, 5.5 to play. In this section matchup, Miller got the ball on the right side, was a little too anxious to get to the rim, and he carried it. That's a turnover, 56-46. Minor checks out, Hess checks in. Hansberry finds Radfar. Radfar to the big man Hoy inside. Good ball movement. St. Clair continuing to work against this zone. Mikey Hess had a notion on that three from the right side. Checks down and finds classmate Kissinger instead. Kissinger working right side. Back to Hansberry. In motion for a three. That ball was shot right in front of me. That's my angle. It looked good from here. I'll tell you what, that's some good hustle there from Kissinger. Kissinger attacks the loose ball. It generates a jump ball. Jump ball these days are handled by possession arrows. You old NBA fans remember when they used to jump everything. That possession arrow controls the jump ball these days. And right now the possession arrow on that turnover favored Canon-Mac. And the second that senior Britton Beachy inbounds the ball right now, the arrow turns to St. Clair. 56-46. Canon-Mac by 10, under 5 to play. RJ Bell tries a little teardrop, can't get it to fall. Kissinger goes down, picks up another fumble, and he's fouled. And here come the fouls. So both teams operating in the bonus, as I mentioned. In a situation like that, which is a floor foul, is going to put Kissinger at the line. And this is what St. Clair wants. They get a chance to trim the lead without the clock running. January 21st, we're on the eve of the Pittsburgh Steelers AFC Championship game being played tomorrow in New England. We'll be back on the air here Tuesday at St. Clair High School against Bethel Park, and we'll be fully expecting to talk about the Steelers and their NFC opponent in a Super Bowl. But we've got business at hand here before football. 56-48, St. Clair with an 8. If they're going to make a run at it, it's going to have to be now. Ball's on the ground. It is all over the place. McClendon gets that ball, and that little discourse we had on the possession arrow a few minutes ago explains why St. Clair will keep it here. Possession arrow favoring St. Clair. McClendon jumped on a loose ball. Danny Holzer wanted a timeout before the arrow, did not get it. He calls one now, and we're going to go to a quick break. 56-48, Canon-Mac. Ladies and gentlemen, Phil Elias joined by Tommy Howe on the camera. 56-48, Canon-Mac leads. 4 to play. Minor with a 3 ball. In the air, up and down. 56-51. St. Clair within 5 now, under 4 to play. They've gone to a press. Canon-Mac tries to respond with a 3, can't get it to fall. Big boy Hoy pulls off the rebound. And here come your Panthers. 56-41 with a chance to cut. They were within 4, couldn't get it there. We're going to foul on the floor. That's going to put St. Clair to the line. And that's going to put Minor, one of the better fouls. I beg your pardon, it's going to put Hoy on the line. And Gabe Hoy with a chance to cut this lead to 3. We got 3:39 to play. That's the Big Mac's 10th foul, personal foul this half. That is going to move St. Clair from the single bonus to the double bonus. And now when St. Clair is fouled, they will be heading to the line, shooting 2. Hoy's good on the front end, 56-52. Can't get the second one to fall. 4-point lead, St. Clair, aggressive defense now. Full court press, trying to force these Big Macs into a turnover. Bell working left side against a very aggressive defense. Farah, the sophomore, generates a turnover. Here comes Kissinger, right side. Can't get it to fall, all around, cannot get it to work. And coming back, Minor with a reach around foul. I'll circle that little sequence there. St. Clair with a chance to cut to 2. Kissinger off a good defensive play by Jesse Farah. Can't get it to work. And ball traveled on every inch of the surface of that rim and did everything but go down, as it had too much English on it. And like a golf ball with backspin, it hits the green. It pulled back out. Beachy looks smooth from the free-point line. Britton Beachy, a fantastic guard for this Canon-Mac Big Mac program. He hits them both. 58-52. The Big Macs by 6. And here come the Panthers. Radfar left side. Kissinger playing with good energy tonight. Back to Radfar. Radfar wants the 3. Can't get it to fall. Hansberry goes up for the rebound on the missed 3. I think he used Carson Miller's back as a base for that rebound. And they call the foul. I beg your pardon, they called Hoy. I thought they got Hansberry going up. Must have got Hoy for something else. Carson Miller for Canon-Mac will be at the line, trying to extend this 6-point Canon-Mac lead. He was shooting 1 and 1 there. He was. First one failed. It popped out. Live rebound went to St. Clair. And here they are operating in the offensive zone with a chance to cut. Radfar had a notion on a deep 3, pulls it up, finds Minor. Minor inside, loses the handle, going to the rack. 58-52. St. Clair now in this press, trying to generate something. Turnover, a foul. Errant pass. Carson Miller wanted that 3, more content to burn clock. He pulls it down. And he found Kenyon Lewis for the open 3. It's big 3 right there. It's by 9. Danny Holzer calls a timeout. 61-52. Canon-Mac by 9. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias and Tommy Howe take you through this last 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Overtime if you need it. But 2:14 left in the fourth quarter. Canon-Mac Big Macs by 9. St. Clair possession coming out of a full timeout. Radfar back to Minor. Kissinger. Hansberry, the pride of Deerfield. Loose ball, out comes Canon-Mac. Canon-Mac, well, I'm not sure what Jake Davey was doing there. He had a chance to pull that out and probably burn another 20 seconds of clock. He lost his feet, went to the ground. That's a travel. 1:57 to play, 61-52, Canon-Mac by 9. Hansberry will inbound the ball to Radfar. Clock won't start until Darius picks it up. He finds Hess right side. I think Coach Holzer looking for some shooters out there. Hansberry just forced that in. Took a little something in the mouth there. 61-54, quick timeout by St. Clair. And we're going to go to a quick timeout ourselves. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias joined by Tommy Howe. Minute 48 to play in the fourth quarter. 61-54. Canon-Mac Big Macs lead this sectional match by 7. Canon-Mac will inbound the ball off a made basket by St. Clair. Jesse Farah, sophomore, got some ups. He showed it right there. Underneath the bell, Canon-Mac breaks the press, takes the 2. 63-54. St. Clair quickly back in the offensive zone. If they're going to do it, they're going to have to strike quickly. Cannot afford to have long offensive sets. Farah right side finds Miner top side. Back to Farah. Farah back to McClendon. McClendon inside to Hansberry. Hansberry with 17 on the night. He goes up. He's fouled. And that's probably what St. Clair's looking for. Outside of a three, and get the opportunity to get Jack on that line. Score without the clock moving. And cut this thing and continue to stick around. Lead is 9. St. Clair has cut it to as small as 4. But they haven't been able to thin it out more than that. Jack a little strong on the front side of that 2-shot foul. Finds his tempo and makes 1 of 2. He's got 18 on the evening, 63-55. St. Clair by 8. I beg your pardon, St. Clair trails by 8. McClendon with the shoulder. That's going to be a 1-and-1 opportunity for number 13, Kenyon Lewis. Kenyon's got 12 on a day. He's had a nice game. He hit 2 big threes. So this takes a little. Canon-Mac has completely evacuated the block there. They've got their defenders down playing defense right now. They didn't want to get beat on a 2 in transition. Kenyon can't hit the front end of a 1-and-1. St. Clair with the easy rebound. They'll set up shop. We're at a minute to play. 63-55. Radfar had a notion on the 3, pulls it down, goes to the charity stripe for a jumper. Can't get it to fall. Britton Beachy takes the rebound. He's fouled by Jack Hansberry. Beachy will walk back to the line, and he will shoot 1-on-1. 54 seconds to play. 63-55. Canon-Mac by 8. Beachy makes good on both. A 9-point lead. Running clock, under a minute to play. Hansberry to Minard. Hansberry for a 3. It's off the front of the iron. Nelson with a nice rebound. Back to Hansberry, back to Minard. Minard goes to the rim. He's fouled going up. 38.8 to play. There's a shooting foul. Kyle will shoot 2.
Fouls on number 2, Beachy. At the line is number 11, Kyle Leonard.
A little strong on that, Kyle. 65-55. Canon-Mac by 10. We're under 40 to play, under 40 seconds to play here. Cal makes good on the back end, 65-56, 9-point lead. That's McClendon, intercepts that ball. Gives his team an opportunity. One time, Farah. Jesse Farah, the pride of Tall Trees. Pumps a 3, can't get it to fall. 65-56, 21.8 to play. Jesse Farah, the sophomore, seeing some time, and he's out there with his sophomore classmate, Colin McClendon. Both those guys had really strong football seasons as well. It'll be fun watching those kids come through the system here. 65-56. We got 11 seconds to play. That was a Canon-Mac timeout. And we're going to go to a real quick break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 11 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Phil Elias joined by Tommy Howe. 65-56. Canon-Mac leads by 9. Just looking to run out this clock here in this sectional matchup. RJ Bell calls another timeout. We'll stay here. Coach Danny Holzer's team trails by 9. That's a full timeout. Tommy, I'm sorry, but we're going to, on a full timeout, we're going to go to break. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back, folks. 65-56, RJ, exactly where we were before the break. RJ Bell couldn't inbound the ball, took a quick timeout, had one to burn. Wanted to make sure he got it in. It looks like St. Clair Minor fouled on the floor prior to the inbounds pass. That's going to put Beachy, Britton Beachy, to the line. The senior guard will shoot 2. Nine-point deficit. We got 11 on the clock. Beachy hits the back end. It's a 10-point lead. Clock now running. Hess to Radfar. Radfar to Hess. Hess pumps a long-range three. It doesn't work. RJ Bell will take it off. He's uncontested, and we've got a final. 66-56. The Canon-Mac Big Macs with the win. On behalf of Phil Elias and Tommy Howe, we wish you a good night. Go Steelers.